Urban overpopulation has become a common issue in many areas in Sri Lanka. This has occurred due to the constant movement of people to more densely populated urban areas. This issue has also led to urban sprawl, where the population is irregularly overspreading to Colombo suburbs. The World Bank states that around 4.1 million of Sri Lanka's population resides in urban areas. By 2030, it is also estimated that almost 65% of the population will live in urban areas. In most social and economic infrastructures, job opportunities are around higher density areas in Colombo. However, investment in public transport has been minimal over the years. For example, in 2019, only Rs 28.7 billion were allocated to both the Ministry of Transport and Ministry of Civil Aviation. This underdevelopment of transport modes has made problems related to urban overpopulation and sprawl much worse, and it has increased Sri Lankans' obsession with private transport. Private vehicles account for 44% of the passengers that enter Colombo daily. Yet, they account for 87% of the vehicles entering Colombo, which means half of the incoming private vehicles are unnecessary. It would be wiser to increase the number of public transport modes to facilitate the 52% of incoming public transport passengers. So, what are the solutions to this problem? Transit-oriented development, or TOD, is seen in cities like Tokyo and Singapore. TOD livens up the city by clustering jobs, housing, services, and amenities around public transport stations. Therefore, zoning changes to enable higher density development close to transit stations can be a solution. In line with TOD, compact cities can also be promoted as it creates improved urban mobility. People would then not need their private vehicles because of efficient public transportation. This contributes to less travel time and reduces greenhouse gas emissions. This can be facilitated with a transition to mass transit, which includes existing rail modernization while improving speed, reliability, and comfort. More solutions are introduce new rail into fast-growing corridors and optimize bus routing to feed into the rail network, and disincentivize private vehicle ownership by charging for private vehicles that enter the city. Finally, densify housing. Land market interventions and zoning to allow higher density by reducing the cost of multifamily housing construction and reducing mandatory one-to-one parking. So, how do we get there? This issue needs a long-term plan. A detailed analysis on the urban areas and the patterns of expansion must be done so that policies can be implemented effectively. The government of Sri Lanka, development partners, research institutions, the private sector, and other stakeholders must work together in order to provide solutions to make the cities more sustainable and resilient.